Please subscribe and share. Pakipindot na rin ang notification bell upang updated pa tayo sa mga bidyong i-upload natin. Maraming salamat. Thank you.
Joe Crawford will send it skyward. And at 10 minutes past 6 in Los Angeles, the NBA Finals get underway. But Shaq was whistled by Bernie Fryer from the side. Prematurely going up for the tip. This is Chauncey Billups working outside. He'll be a key man in the series. And this is Wallace hitting on his first shot. Well, so Rashid Wallace, who was the bad boy in Portland, he was a walking technical foul, but he's been a model of civility since going to Motown. Payton got it, then lost it, but Bryant gets it back. Bryant losing it. Rashid comes up with it. We're hearing from Stuart Scott shortly on the other sideline. Bryant missing the fall away, and Hamilton with a rebound. Phillips back to Hamilton. And Prince gets free. Tayshaun Prince coming home. Grew up in Compton, went to Dominguez High School. Phillips drains it.
See, if there's an X factor in this series, I think it's Chauncey Billups.
Al, thank you. The Lakers had 100 total games NBA Finals experience coming in. The Pistons had 6. But if you think Detroit feels like the local rec team, think again. Larry Brown told me that he keeps reminding Rip and Corliss, hey, you guys have played in an NCAA title game. That's one and done. It doesn't get any bigger than that. Lindsey Hunter said, you don't know the guys on this team. Tayshaun isn't bothered. Chauncey isn't phased. And Rip don't care about nothing as long as he's putting the ball in the basket. I asked Rip Hamilton about the difference in experience, and he looked me straight in the eye and he said, if we play our game, I love our chances. I love them. Al?
10-8 with all aid for O'Neal as Billups hits here, and Detroit is up by 4. Here's Campbell, a former Laker. Beautiful feed to Hamilton.
That's a staple of Larry Brown coming out of timeouts. He loves the lobs and the back door.
After Phil Jackson's career as a pro player, he was not planning on coaching. I asked him what he might have done if he hadn't gone into coaching. He said, when I got out of the NBA, there was a test for retired players to tell you what you were suited to do. He said, my 3 answers: outdoor expedition guide, minister and psychologist, or house husband. Fortunately, I found something else.
But next year, some of those may be available again if he doesn't come back. Here's Billups driving to the basket to retake the lead for Detroit. Prince drives and can't get it to drop. Now Fisher underneath. And it's a jump ball, clean block.
See, now, they've had a block shot. The Lakers have had 5 turnovers. Most likely, and I'm just a guessing man here, Elton Campbell's going to win this tap over Derek Fisher. That is exactly like a turnover for the Lakers. And the last time before that, they shot the ball with 1 second left on the shot clock. So, again, if you're Detroit, you like the pace of this game.
Hamilton was guarded by Rush. Now Campbell is free. And just before the 24 went off, he puts it in, and Detroit is up by 5. Hunter pressured by Fisher. Shaquille comes away from the basket. Williamson gets the rebound, puts it back in, and the Pistons have the lead again, 27-25. Billups. And Campbell got the rebound and also, I think, got poked in the eye or hit in the face as that one drops, and it's a 3-point Detroit lead. Here's Bryant. Kobe comes up short again.
And that was Tayshaun Prince's length that bothered Kobe Bryant on that shot.
Campbell to Prince. Is there a bigger premium on the home team winning both games in this format as opposed to the other format?
No, I think the 3 games, it hurts more. Because I think in the finals, it's very difficult. You have 2 good basketball teams. It's very difficult to beat either one of these teams 3 times in a row. So in essence, the team with the 3 is giving away one of those games. They're going to lose one of those games. It's almost guaranteed.
Ben Wallace just tied the game. O'Neal tried to get it underneath to George and couldn't get it through Campbell. Ticking down to a minute. Williamson.
That's one of the few guys that Karl Malone would actually get out of the way for.
Stolen by Detroit. Here's Billups. He goes all the way and then drops it off, and the foul is committed here. Williamson going to the hoop.
And you look at how the Lakers scored. 23 of their 41 points were either second chance points or off the Pistons' turnovers. So they haven't scored much at all in half-court offense.
And that's what Rashid Wallace can do for you. So he starts the second half and drains a three. Malone, who still has not scored, neither has Payton. And Gary turns it over. Billups. Cute little move underneath, and Detroit is up by 4. Second game in this series is Tuesday night here. Then to Michigan for game 3. Kobe was long on that one. Wallace gets the rebound out in front to Hamilton, guarded by George, and drops it in softly. Prince outside to a wide open Billups, who hits it for 3.
You see there where Billups called it out and took his time and took the shot. You know, we talk about how dominant the Lakers are, and you bring that up. Without that shot, you probably aren't looking at the Lakers here. Without the great block of Tayshaun Prince, you're probably not looking at the Pistons here.
2 great blocks by Tayshaun Prince. One on Reggie Miller and the other one on Al Harrington in game 6. Ben Wallace drops one.
That's gravy.
The thing about Payton, as Prince drops one in. Prince. Here's Wallace again from outside. Big Ben not noted for offense. And, of course, with 2 on the timer. Now that one goes in. With 2 on the timer, it was Prince from the corner. And that's knocked away and stolen by Billups. And he'll reset. Billups all the way to the rim.
See, Billups likes this matchup, and you can see it.
Would you agree with that at this point, that the time off might have affected either of these teams?
Well, I think it definitely will affect the Lakers more than Detroit. You know, the extra day of playing for Detroit, the later game, and the way that series was fought, I think Detroit's in better rhythm coming into this game than the Lakers are.
Eldon Campbell, as the 24 wound down, makes it a 6-point game. A minute to play. Fisher contested by Hunter. Now Shaq has to come all the way out.
And all the way out is a great point. Look where the Lakers are starting their offense. And this is what's been happening all evening long. And this is why they're out of sync. It's not because it's bad offense. It's because it's the Detroit Pistons defense is stretching them out of the places they want to be.
And O'Neal got back underneath and couldn't handle Rush's pass. Medvedenko saves it. About an 8-second differential, and Hamilton went down and is just now getting up in backcourt as Kobe has that one blocked. And when Hamilton went down, it means that as he stayed down there, he's able to score. And he goes down hard again and is so frustrated. He's hurt.
Yeah.
He winds up kicking the ball, but no infraction.
Yeah, he was trying to kick the ball to give him some time to get off the floor.
Guys, the last time out, Larry Brown was going through the usual coaching X's and O's things that you wouldn't understand unless you had a dictionary. But at the very end, he got really emotional. He said, guys, we got to win the next 5 minutes. We got to win that and put it on them. After that, we play as a group. It doesn't matter who gets the layup or get the shot. Win the next 5 minutes, play as a group, take this thing home, guys.
Here's Medvedenko passing of a shot. Well, he knows he can come in and steal one, and when you're the visiting team, that's what you want to do.
Well, he did it with the Philadelphia 76ers, so Larry Brown has history.
And Rush tried to get it up and had that contested as the shot clock.
Great defense. And I'm going to tell you what you sense right now is the offense isn't getting better for either team, and it's because of both teams are playing pretty good defense. But the Detroit Pistons defense is starting to crank it up a little bit here.
Bryant finds a wide-open Fisher, who's short.
Again, 2 seconds on the shot clock when that shot was going up.
And that really works into Detroit's hands. As we said, Detroit trying to cut down on the Laker possessions from the corner. That doesn't drop from Prince, but that is good to make it 68-58.
You can sense the Pistons getting more confident as this game goes on.
Hunter for 13 points, and Jackson says that's enough for right now.
Well, you could sense it. You could feel the Detroit Pistons starting to turn the energy up here.
Williamson to Hamilton. Not free enough.
Well, I tell you, Kobe Bryant took his eyes off Rip Hamilton for a half a second, and when he turned back around, Rip was no longer there.
That's all he needed.
The Detroit Pistons defense, they're not allowing them to move the ball. They're contesting every pass. And now you see a charging foul. So that's why it's so difficult to move on this basketball team. You know, some teams make offensive runs. The Detroit Pistons make defensive runs.
And then a big three by Prince. Bryant one-on-one with Prince. Shovels it underneath, and O'Neal can't handle it. but it's on the end line, and now timeout is called. Still Detroit's ball. Larry takes a 20. Hamilton feeding Wallace, free enough. Over Malone, 79-70. 2.5 to go. Here's Billups. Big one.
See, Billups can get that shot all night.
22 for Billups. The Pistons have 4 guys in double figures. The Lakers have been a 2-man scoring machine tonight. Nobody else has more than 5. That's George, and the Lakers turn it over with under 2 now to play. Wallace. Wow. And when your defensive dude puts in a 2 here, you know it's your night. Here's Rush again. Fisher underneath.
Even that was contested. And he missed that shot because he thought that Ben Wallace was going to jump. This is a terrific win.
If somebody told you O'Neal would get 34, Bryant would get 25, Rashid Wallace would have foul trouble and not play very much in the first half, you'd be in Los Angeles, you'd be facing the vaunted Lakers, and you'd win by about a dozen. What were those odds?
Well, I like what Larry Brown decided to do. Kobe Bryant and Shaq, you score. We're going to defend you, but you can score. We're not going to help, but we're going to shut everybody else down. And that's exactly what the Detroit Pistons did. And now we're no longer talking about bad offense. We're talking about